The truth about compound interest: we've all heard the phrase, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Attributed to Albert Einstein, though that's debatable, the idea is simple. Money that earns interest starts to earn interest on itself. Over time, this can lead to extraordinary growth. But here's the catch: the truth about compound interest is more nuanced than just waiting for your savings to explode. In this article, we're going to peel back the layers. We'll explore how compound interest works, why it's more powerful than most people realize, and, most importantly, why it often doesn't work for many people the way they expect. 1. What is compound interest, really? Compound interest is when the interest you earn on a sum of money is reinvested so that in the next period, you earn interest on your original principal plus the accumulated interest. It's growth on top of growth. Let's break it down with a simple example. You invest $1,000 at 10% annual interest. After 1 year, you have $1,100. In the second year, you earn 10% not just on your original $1,000, but on $1,100, so now you have $1,210. Year 3. It's 10% on $1,210, giving you $1,331. Keep going, and the numbers snowball. But here's the truth most people miss: compound interest is a slow starter. It works like magic, but only given enough time. 2. Time is the secret ingredient. If you start investing $200 a month at age 25 and earn an average return of 8% annually, by age 65 you'll have around $700,000. But if you start the exact same plan at age 35 instead of 25, your total drops to just $300,000. That 10-year delay cost you $400,000. That's the silent power of compounding. It rewards the early, and it punishes the late. This is why so many financial experts harp on the importance of starting early. Even if you start small, the time factor gives your money room to grow exponentially. 3. Why compound interest doesn't work for everyone. Here's a hard truth: most people don't benefit from compound interest the way they expect. Why? They don't start early enough. Waiting until your 30s, 40s, or 50s drastically limits the time your money has to grow. They interrupt the compounding. Taking out money for emergencies, switching investments, or cashing out early stops the snowball. They expect too much too soon. Compound interest builds wealth slowly. Most of the visible gains come later in the process, not at the start. It's like planting a tree and expecting fruit in the first year. Compounding is the ultimate long game. If you're not patient, it won't work. 4. The interest can compound, so can the mistakes. Here's another truth that doesn't get enough attention: compounding works in reverse, too. Credit card debt compounds against you. Student loans accumulate interest every day. Missing payments or only making the minimum lets debt grow on itself. That's negative compounding. The same force that can make you rich can make you broke, depending on which side of the equation you're on. It's not enough to understand compound interest as an investment concept. You also need to watch where it's silently working against you. 5. The rule of 72, a quick math hack. Want to know how long it takes to double your money? Use the rule of 72. Just divide 72 by your annual rate of return. At 6% return, it takes about 12 years to double your money. At 12% return, it takes only 6 years. This simple mental math trick shows why return rate matters. A few percentage points can dramatically accelerate or slow down your compounding timeline. 6. Real wealth builders use compound interest differently. Wealthy people understand that compound interest is not just for savings accounts. They apply the principle in bigger, more creative ways, reinvesting business profits instead of cashing out. Buying cash-flowing assets like real estate or dividend stocks and reinvesting the income. Owning appreciating assets and letting their value snowball over decades. In short, they don't just rely on interest, they engineer compounding through smart reinvestment. They build systems where money constantly feeds back into itself. 7. Inflation, the silent killer of compounding. Here's a twist: compound interest only builds real wealth if it beats inflation. If you're earning 3% interest in a savings account, but inflation is 5%, your money is losing value every year, even if the numbers are going up. That's why keeping money in low-interest accounts, while safe, often isn't enough. You need returns that outpace inflation to grow purchasing power. So while compounding sounds magical, it only works if your returns are greater than the rising cost of living. 8. How to actually make compound interest work for you. A. Start early. Even small amounts add up massively over time. B. Be consistent. Monthly contributions beat occasional lump sums. Automate your investing. Century. Avoid interrupting the process. The longer you stay invested, the more powerful compounding becomes. D. Choose high-quality, long-term assets. Don't just chase high returns, seek steady growth. E. Reinvest your gains. Don't spend your profits. Reinvest them to keep the cycle going. F. Minimize taxes. Use tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs, 401ks, or other country-specific shelters to avoid paying taxes that eat into your compounding. 9. Final thought. Compound interest is a force of nature. If there's one financial force that can quietly build your wealth in the background, it's compound interest. But it's not a lottery ticket. It's not fast. And it doesn't work on autopilot. It demands discipline, time, and patience. The truth: compound interest rewards good habits and punishes bad ones. It magnifies whatever you do, so the sooner you use it wisely, the bigger the reward. Compound interest isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-slow system. But only if you give it time, consistency, and patience. If this video helped you understand the truth behind compound interest, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss insights that can change your financial future. And tell us in the comments, when did you start using compound interest to your advantage?